What is up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. It's Friday, time for the weekend. In just a few hours, my family and I are going to a resort for vacation for the next few weeks, and damn it, do we deserve it. Now, I know what you guys are wondering. What's up with the hair? Where's the elbow pad? Well, I come with great news, you guys. We going on vacation, and your boy has been cleared. Elbow is healed. I'm feeling great. Bleached my hair, getting back into wrestling, you guys. These have been some of the longest 4 months I've ever gone through in my life. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me. I started this thing with, the elbow, my elbow looked pregnant. I'm sure you guys remember back in the playoffs. Wore the sling for months, had to wear that stupid brace. Thank you guys so much for the positivity and the support. That was one of the reasons why I healed this quickly. So with all that happiness, you guys, let's go to why we're really here. Let's go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Guys, take a moment, click that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. So off we go, you guys. And look, there's not a lot really to talk about. There's no new updates about the Miami Heat. We know what's going on. We're in Damian Lillard watch. No real updates there. Something did come out on Hoops Hype a couple of days ago that I do want to address. It basically said that the Portland Trail Blazers and Joe Cronin have still basically shown no interest in sending Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat. It's nothing new. I cut a video a few weeks ago talking about, what's the best package offer we could do. We know that there's been one linked offer for Damian Lillard. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, draft picks. Portland didn't want to accept it. We've been on a standstill. Since this trade request was been made in July 1st, there's been no other teams making an offer for Lillard besides the Miami Heat. So it's all a wait-and-see game. So that's not what I really want to talk about, you guys. I'll talk about Damian Lillard until I'm blue in the face, but there's no real point. We're just waiting and seeing. Training camp starts in about a month and a half, so this is the slow time of the NBA. Now, something that I do want to talk about, and I want to ask you guys, Erik Spoelstra right now is with the USA basketball team, and he was interviewed recently where they asked him about the current Miami Heat roster, and he basically said, "We feel great about our team." And I'm listening to the interview, and I'm listening to what Erik Spoelstra says about, having Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, our big three, fully healthy next season. We brought in Josh Richardson, a hometown favorite. We brought Thomas Bryant, who Miami's had their eye on for a few years now. We brought back Kevin Love. We drafted Jaime Jaquez. We got Nikola Jovic coming back as a second-year player. So with all of that, I wanted to ask you guys. I've asked this before, but let's go over it with a new conversation. How do you feel about this current Miami Heat roster? Now, in the last videos, a few of you have commented letting me know how you feel about this current team. And I love it because I think this current roster is still dominant in the Eastern Conference. We all see what's going on with Philadelphia. James Harden's trying to get the hell out of there. He even cut another interview where they asked James Harden if there's a way to fix the relationship, and he said no, which drives me crazy because I thought these guys aren't supposed to talk about stuff like this, and then they get fined. The NBA warns Damian Lillard, and they're letting James Harden do all this? It's because it's the Miami Heat, I guess. I mean, I don't want to be that biased, but for the love of God, look at what's going on. I mean, I get it. James Harden is not saying in these interviews, I want to go to the Clippers. So maybe that's the reason why he's not being bothered. But Damian Lillard has been quiet about this. And it's like I said in my last video, you guys, that's the reason why I prefer Damian Lillard. He ain't no drama case like James Harden is. This is one nightmare to go through. But it does pose the question, like I mentioned earlier, if this trade does not happen, how do we feel about this current group? Now, we definitely need an upgrade in point guard since we've lost Gabe Vincent. Right now, it's only Kyle Lowry. We know that. But I look at this group. First and foremost, We have tradable contracts to make for a point guard. You can trade Duncan Robinson. You can trade first-round draft picks. You might be able to ship off Jovic or not Hawkes. I don't want to ship off Hawkes. But, and then there's free agents out there. You can bring in Goran Dragic, but you don't want two 37-year-olds as your point guards. Now, it does pose the question, and something that I've recommended in the past, you got Tyler Hero there. Tyler Hero can play the point guard position. Now, it doesn't mean he needs to be a point guard, you guys. This is the new NBA. The fact that Tyler Hero's 6'5", you can have him in the backcourt with Josh Richardson. Both guys can handle the ball. Jimmy Butler handles the ball. Bam Adebayo handles the ball. Hell, Caleb Martin might even start with that group. You got 5 guys that can handle the ball. So in today's NBA, you don't really need a Kyle Lowry point guard playing the exact starting point guard position. That's my opinion. But this Miami Heat roster already conceived, you guys, we're loaded. I just talked about Philadelphia, but what's our other competition in the East? We know it's a 4-headed monster if James Harden stays with Philly. It's Milwaukee, it's Boston, and it's us, the Miami Heat. You may throw Cleveland's name in there. You may throw New York's name in there. I'll give both of those teams the respect that they deserve. Definitely some great teams. Milwaukee, in my opinion, is the team to beat. I'm not giving Boston the same respect. I love Jason Tatum. I think Jaylen Brown got overly paid. But the fact that they traded Marcus Smart, I've said it before, I'll say it now, and I will say it during the season. That's the dumbest thing Boston could have ever done. Trading Marcus Smart. To me, Marcus Smart was the most important player for the Boston Celtics. By them trading him for Kristaps Porzingis, who has a foot injury, I don't think it's going to work. Now, that's my opinion. I may be wrong, but when you look at it, I don't think that's going to work. I think Marcus Smart did a lot more for them. I still don't understand why they traded him. It must have been something inside. I don't know. I mean, Porzingis is a great player, 7'3", but they already have Horford and Robert Williams. I just don't get it. So if you ask me, this roster construed with the Miami Heat is just as good as any team in the East. Yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee did win the most games in the season last year, but we beat them in the playoffs. Not once, twice. So Miami's got Milwaukee's number. Same thing with Boston. It's just the facts. All right? So you got this current squad. Let's go with a possible starting lineup of Tyler Hero, Josh Richardson, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Bam Adebayo. That's a problem. Don't put Caleb Martin in the starting lineup. Put Kevin Love. Caleb Martin as your 6th man. That's still a problem. Now you got Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic. These guys are gaining experience in the summer. Nikola Jovic added 25 pounds of muscle during the season. He's been a project and a piece for the Miami Heat. This is a guy who's going to elevate his game during the season. He can play multiple positions. I can see Jovic play anywhere from a center to a small forward. I can see that. He can handle the ball. You see what he's doing in right now with the Slovenian team. He's leading the team in scoring. He's dominating on the offensive end. You see him going out there with the ball and distributing the offense. This is a diamond. Jaime Jaquez. We talked about him. 4 years in UCLA. He's going to be ready to contribute now. You got Kyle Lowry. I don't care what anyone says about Kyle Lowry. Make the jokes about Kyle Lowry having a big ass. Call him fat. Say whatever you want. But when the moment matters, when the moment counts, you want a guy like Kyle Lowry out there. The only guy I can compare Kyle Lowry to right now in the NBA is Chris Paul. Those guys, when the moments matter, still productive. Kyle Lowry's had some big-ass games for us during the playoffs. So if we have to keep him as a backup point guard, I don't mind. Now, it sucks. I get it. You're paying a 38-year-old $30 million to play maybe like 50 to 60 games. But we're trying to win, you guys. If that means we get a championship next season, then all that crap goes away. And look, he has a tradable contract, and it's the last year. We've already gone this far. Might as well do it for another season. It's not like it's going to hamper us. And you still have a lot of guys that can contribute off the bench. You got, if we keep him, you got Duncan Robinson, you got Jamal Cain, you got Orlando Robinson. This team is going to be a problem, whether we trade for Damian Lillard or not. But it's like I've said before, you guys, and it's like I've said again, as much as I love this team, as much as I am confident in this team in the 2024 season, if the possible trade is available for Damian Lillard, you make the trade. It's Damian Lillard. He's top 10 in the NBA. With Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, that's not a four-headed monster in the Eastern Conference. It's Miami Heat as the juggernaut, Milwaukee, Philly, and Boston chasing us. Now, you got to get it together. You got to get the chemistry right. But that's why I think it's going to work. Damian Lillard in Philadelphia, Damian Lillard in Boston doesn't work. His game doesn't mesh well with guys like Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid. Maybe Joel Embiid. Maybe. I'll give Philly that. But he's a number one option. He's a guy that's ball dominant. You put him with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, two defensive-minded players. Of course, Jimmy and Bam are going to average over anywhere from 15 to 18 points a game. But it allows Damian Lillard to do what he does. Ball the hell out. So this is all a wait-and-see game, you guys. I'm going to go on vacation today. If while I'm on vacation something happens, I will definitely let you guys know. But I want to ask you this, Heat fans. Right now, this team that we have together, do you think this team can win the 2024 NBA championship? Or do we have to trade for Damian Lillard to get over that hump? I want to know what you guys think. One more thought I want to throw at you guys. There was a report recently that said that Christian Wood does have interest in joining the Miami Heat. We've talked about that before. We've talked about Christian Wood coming to the Heat. Now that we know the feeling is mutual, now that we know he's possibly waiting to see what happens with this outcome to come to the Heat, do you feel like you would bring Christian Wood in? Now, the rumors that I'm hearing is that you may have to do a sign and trade with Dallas because of the money that he may want. So I want to hear with you guys. If you have to trade for Christian Wood, would you do it, or would you only like to sign him for the minimum? Would you be willing to give up a guy like Duncan Robinson for Christian Wood? I won't. I don't think so. I think we're good in the big man rotation. I like what we have with Adebayo, Jovic, Love, Thomas Bryant, and Orlando Robinson. I like what we have. Let me know what you guys think. Take a moment, you guys. Smash the like button. Don't forget to comment your thoughts. But most importantly, y'all, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. I'm glad I'm healed. And that is enough said. Let's go, Heat.